It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for our cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code of a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.com.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Money in the Military, the podcast where service members, veterans, and their families come to march toward financial freedom, financial independence. So fall in, stay sharp, and let's get to work. This is Money in the Military, where your financial mission starts now.
Welcome everybody. That is a new intro. Thanks to Joel for putting that together. I really like it. It's very jumps out at you. But just wanted to say thank you for joining us. This is Military Broadcast Radio, and this is Money in the Military. So I'm a certified financial social worker, and basically my passion is helping people with their finances. And I've been helping a former coworker, friend, roommate named Rob and his lovely wife, Becky, with their finances these last couple of sessions. And I just wanted to do a quick follow-up, and then we're going to see what's been happening with them. And we're just gonna jump in. I'm going to add them to the stream real quick, and we will have them. Hey. Can you guys hear us?
This is the couch. Yeah, we got you.
All right. Good. Good to see y'all. All right. Well, we got a couple of weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since we last talked. I know you guys, we've talked a little bit offline and you guys been doing a lot of stuff, but just in you guys' own words, just give us a quick recap of what's happened the last couple of weeks.
Well, we had to look up loans for the pool. And we've gotten 2 loans back. We did the inquiry and they pre-qualified us and stuff. So we wanted to talk about that. And we've also been looking at our grocery spending and even trying to spend less. We still are at like $400 already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know how. I can see how, but
it's just like basic stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. And we've been using the things in the fridge and in the freezer.
Yeah, making sure everything's going out.
Just getting the essentials is it's only halfway through the month.
It's becoming a problem.
Yeah.
I think we may have to get rid of one child. It's the only way the math works.
We just do like a Hunger Games, like whoever can survive.
Yeah.
Food,
Yeah, the games. Who's eating today?
Yeah. All right.
No,
Well,
that's not fair. My younger one would always lose. She's going to be the hungriest.
Well, I mean, that's part of this process, is to kind of get that awareness piece and just kind of see where money is going. And it's not always a pretty picture, but part of it is this kind of those light bulb moments of, okay, yeah, our grocery bill is higher than we anticipated. Now we can, like you guys, you're already trying. So you're probably already doing improvements on your grocery spending.
Yeah.
But it's that the nature of the environment right now,
Yeah.
So okay, so 400 in the first half of the month for groceries. Any other big surprises?
What did we get the quote? So we got the quote back for the pool, and so it's not as bad as we were thinking on the high end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still gut punch, really, but.
Oh, I did have to get my car. Needed a couple things, and that was $500.
Yeah,
that was not. And
so now we're in debt in our auto savings.
I have the savings, but I don't have it set up, but I don't have anything in it yet.
So now we're in the negative in that. Is that how it's supposed to work?
Yeah. That's exactly.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, soon we'll catch up on our savings and that aspect.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That happens. That's life.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah,
unexpected
that does come up, and so but like we're trying to get ahead of the curve, so that's a good, I mean, I hate to be right, but like I literally was like, yeah, what guys have maintenance for your car kind of fund, and sure enough, that's what happens. But
yeah,
I say that just to basically highlight, yes, these car, even in newer cars, sometimes you want to have a little bit of money set aside for any kind of unexpected things that come up. So
yeah, because my battery was sending me a thing, and I had to get a new battery, and then I had to get there was some sort of something. They were like, "This is going to be $200 also," and I was like, "Great."
Yeah, it piles on usually too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we got I guess in general, for the past month or so since we've started this, have you guys found some positive momentum in certain areas?
We've been going on money dates, and so we've been talking about money. He's more aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I was clueless before.
He doesn't like talking about it.
But I mean, the rule is on the money date, Joey. You need to make that very clear. No shop talk outside of money date time.
I'm always thinking about it, and so I'm like, "What do you think about this?" And he's like, "Is it money date time?"
Am I wrong here? I mean, let's stop burdening ourselves with stress. We know it's coming up on Saturday. We'll talk about it. Unless it's like a giant emergency, like we need to burn $1,500 today, Rob. I mean, why are we even hassling? We'll talk about the budget when we get there.
I think about it all the time. It's just always there.
Well, maybe
because I was.
When you guys doing your money dates? Just once a week on
Saturdays, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't you suggest too? Don't you do it?
No. I think yeah. No, that's a good like at least a weekly session. That's fine. And I mean because it sounds like Rob is he compartmentalizes and he's able to not think about it, whereas Becky, you're like you said, you're constantly thinking about it. And I'm that way too. So I kind of maybe there's some middle ground there, but for now, let's just kind of keep it to the money dates, and then we'll figure something out for Rob. I don't know. Maybe I'll
like a Wednesday emergency. Like if it's like, hey, my head's gonna explode if I don't tell you this.
It's like a midweek check-in.
Yeah, I guess maybe like a Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday's too close to Saturday.
Joe, if you're gonna side with her the whole time, I'm not doing this anymore. All right.
Well,
it's reasonable.
Yeah,
I'm just over. Sorry.
Right. And I mean, okay, so Rob, since you've been the stick in the mud of this, how's this process been for you?
It's been pretty good. Like honestly, I wish I would have known it. I wanted to know it. It's just like I didn't want to know the dire straits of it. I was kind of ignoring it just for the fact that I knew it was like I know this is going to be a burden once I know this. So it's kind of why I was avoiding it, honestly.
Yeah, and that's pretty
It's
common.
been it's eye opening. It's nice because I can feel the stress come off of her shoulders, and I can just see it like with her walking around, not having to bear the burden of all the financial stress, which is something I didn't think about until I shared it with her. And I'm like, yes.
But if I was free to talk to you about it through the week, that would take off even more. I'm just saying.
I know. I'll pick a day and be like,
no,
all right.
I'm not going to pick a date. We got to figure out a way for you to be okay with us just talking about it because I need to talk about it because that's the stress on me. I need to get it off of me and onto you.
Okay, how about you just text Joey that? And then,
oh my goodness.
I'm sure his wife. I'm sure his wife. It's Rob's wife again. Hold on.
I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. Like I said, I live for this stuff. So yeah, I mean, whatever we can work out, that's fine. I don't want to stress you guys out too much, but I like the, the more open communications, the willingness to try and do things that are maybe out of both of your comfort zones, So maybe, like there is that middle ground for both of you, Becky, you could maybe try to learn to pull back a little bit and Rob can jump in and
I need to take more responsibility. Has been my biggest problem.
Yeah.
I've been very irresponsible most of my life.
Yeah. Well, and that's like I said, that's why you jumped in and you were like, you reached out to me. So that showed to me that you were serious, that you wanted to do something different. Okay. So yeah, that's a good sign, and I appreciate you guys' transparency and honesty, and it's like I said, you guys are like the modern American couple right now, and what you guys are going through is pretty common, but it's also it's still unique to you guys, and that's where that whole personalized session comes into play. But yeah, so we got some communication stuff. We'll set some boundaries. We'll work on that, but any other like unexpected things or anything that just kind of like caught you guys off guard?
You were talking about that one.
What was that?
The snacks. You were when he's at work, he buys like little $3, $6 snacks like every single day. And we were able to look at it from last month, and we saw how much it was, and he was like, "Whoa." Like it's just until
I said it just like that, by the way, too.
Yeah. Oh,
whoa!
So he's such a bug. But so he noticed it, and he was like, "Okay, I need to cut that back, and we can just buy my snacks at the grocery store, and it'll be cheaper, rather than a $3 little bag of chips."
$400 bill already after the month.
But you add another $100-something on top of it.
Don't tell him. You didn't hear that number. Forget that number.
Yeah. All right.
Well, there's a lot of money, and we need to cut that back. I do. I need to cut that back. You just don't think about it, and it just adds up.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a common thing, like especially when you're at work and it's a convenience thing, you forget your lunch or something and you need something. So I get that part of it. But if it's a regular routine thing, then it's something that, you just go to the store and have it ready to go. And then you just take it to work with you. And then that saves you that $3 to $6, and that adds up like you saw.
Yeah.
So you guys already changed that habit, or that you've already kind of started that?
Well,
I did buy about it.
We have the ideas of a plan.
The concepts of a plan, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it down. It
will be put in. I'll bring some food. I haven't picked up my snacks yet, but next grocery shop, we'll do it.
Yeah. You guys do Costco or Sam's or anything like that?
Costco.
Yeah, and then we'll throw in some Aldi too and stuff that we can get there.
Okay.
Oh, we do Costco for like the big stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, if it's something that you guys can get, that'll save you guys even more money, if you buy it in bulk. So,
even Aldi's getting more expensive.
I mean, everything is.
Yeah. It's going up all around. So, all right. So we got some good insights. So I really like that. And then the next step is going to be the changing of the behaviors, which is usually the fun part. Which you already wrote it down. I saw you guys writing things down, which is good. And you guys are really good students as far as like homework assignments. So I really appreciate that. I wish everyone was that studious. It's probably mostly Becky right now. I'm just going to be honest, but I know Rob, you're trying. So
Thank
kudos
you.
to you both.
Participation. I'll take it.
All right. So all right, you guys wanted to talk a little bit about the loan stuff, right? So the
Yes.
pool. So the update that you guys gave me was 27 or 23? 23K?
23, but the loans that they've approved us for are 25.
Yeah.
25.
Just in case because they said it could go up because they may need more staples in the bottom and all that stuff. So one of the places had an interest rate of 10.9 or 10.5, something like that. And then the one I just got today had 8.9. So that's better than the 10, but is that still high?
Super high, right?
I don't know what high is for loans
with
like
those
that.
with those types of loans, they are generally higher than like a car loan, but that's a little high, but I would say for what the size of the loan, it's not too far off. I think honestly, the 8.9 is probably a pretty solid number right now. So
what is that technically we're paying more than like on top of that? So how much additional on top of like the money that we're getting are we paying on top of that?
for the difference between the 10 and the
Or
8%?
just any of them, either one.
Well, okay, so the 10% loan was over 20 years, and the 8.9% loan was over 15 years. So it was a little shorter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll save more money in the long run on interest on the 15-year loan, just like a
Yeah.
mortgage. But its payment's going to be higher, right? Probably.
It was very close, which I thought was weird. It was let me look up the other it's on my computer.
It's too far. The computer's too far, Joe.
Well, it's fine. It's
But
fine.
they were both in the 200s. Like
Yeah, okay.
it felt like it could be a car payment, but like
Yeah, so
what
that's what
Robbie's
we
old
took.
car payment, And but I just thought like the 15-year one, like you said, would have less interest over the long run because 5 years sooner or shorter. And then I asked them if there's any penalty for paying it off early, and they said no.
That's good.
We can still pay it off early because
Absolutely.
I mean you hopefully get your bonus every year,
I'll see.
profit sharing, and we could put a couple thousand extra toward it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good idea. Honestly, that's one thing I was going to ask is you already asked the question, like, do you get the prepayment penalty? So you're doing your homework once again, and it's gonna end up paying off in the long run too, because like I said, you throw on extra payments on top every so often, and then it's just gonna accelerate the payment or the debt reduction, and. Yeah, I mean, 15 years sounds like a long time, but I'm pretty sure you guys will knock it out much faster than that. So, and then by locking in at a lower rate or a locked in rate, then you're not going to, it's not going to be a up and down rate, like a variable rate or anything like that. So you're going to be locked in, and, once it's done, hopefully, fingers crossed, you don't have to worry about this for a long time. Right.
This might be a dumb question. Who sets the interest rate? Who sets that interest rate?
like, are we able to ask them to
Yeah, is it
lower
like supply and demand?
or
Like, don't you want our money? Like, hey, you might want to dock that down like 5.
are they able to do that? How does that work?
Because I mean, we're pretty like our credit's awesome. It's like you're gonna get your money. Sure, you want to knock that down a bit because we're gonna shop this around.
Right.
And nobody's getting loans right now. So who sets that interest rate? Is that like globally set, or is that on whoever's giving it to you?
It's usually set by the bank, but then the industry as a whole kind of has they have this almost a shared understanding of like, all right, well, we're going to keep it like kind of sort of similar to you guys. So like, and if some bank suddenly says, okay, we're going to do 6% or 5%, then they're going to just get flooded with applications because they're going to be so low. So there's kind of a threshold.
Sounds like a great problem.
Right. But part of it is just the market, So like if the banks,
So they won't change it. So you can't even argue with them about it, or they just laugh you off if you did it. Because like it seems like that would make me mad in that conversation. I would just get angry because it seems like dude, we're about to pay you. Like we don't miss our payment.
Well, I think what you could do is you could actually negotiate in the first part of it and just say, look, I've got rates that are, basically you show the receipts just like a car dealership.
Yeah.
All right, well, so and so down the road is going to give me, 8.9%. Can you match that or do better? So yeah, you definitely can negotiate.
Oh, okay.
But what if they are the ones that do the 8.9%?
We just got to make somebody up and lie. So we got 7 over here at Chase. What are you going to do, bro?
You could bluff it, and like if they're desperate enough or they need the money, then yeah, they'll be like, all right.
I guess I could email or something or talk to. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was a stupid question.
I like this company because it was like a smaller kind of company, and they give a discount to veterans, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So, but then I asked, and we didn't qualify because we didn't have any fees on the thing, and I was like, it was ridiculous. But so that's why I kind of liked them anyway.
They were nice when they came. I really liked them.
Oh no, not them. I was talking about the financial people.
Oh, you're talking about Nancy or whatever that lady's name was.
Janice.
Yeah, Janice. Janice is sweet.
I talked to Janice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Janice she's a smoker. You can tell. She's got a raspy look.
She talk like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We'll take a quick little interlude, a break, and then we'll have to come back for you guys. But this is a new song that launched from Mr. Coffee. It is Can't Spell Hero Without Her. So a nice little tribute to the ladies in your life. So, all right, and we'll be right back with Becky and Rob.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in a helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter. She's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
All right, we are back. That was Coffee Anderson, a veteran, great song for the female veterans in your life. So just thank you for that, for Mr. Anderson's and he's actually been on the show, or not my show, but he's been on MBR before. Great guy. And just if you're, other veterans, musicians, we will definitely support you guys and show your music and share it with the world. So all right, so we are back. This is Money in the Military, and we have Becky and Rob, our fearless participants of this crazy little experiment that we're doing, live financial coaching. So before the break, we were talking about the loan option for the pool repair, which is going to be around $25K, right? Is that the what you guys are settling on? Okay, and that's going to run. You said around 250-ish or below 250?
We have it right here.
Yeah, I ended up getting the laptop, or Robbie got the laptop. It said,
I do contribute to this. I did get the laptop. You said I don't contribute financially. Here we go. Look at me.
Nice.
And I have access to all the accounts now, by the way. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, that's actually something that doesn't happen very often.
I never had that.
Knows all the logins and
no, you don't have the log. Do you have the logins? I don't even know. 252.
252.
So yeah, 252.
Yeah.
All right. And then as far as when you guys crunched the numbers, you guys felt like that was okay. You guys have the room for the wiggle room for that?
Oh man, I don't know. We never really crunched the numbers on it, honestly. We wanted to talk to you and then make a decision.
Right now we're paying our care credit card. And that's about $200 ish because all of our contacts and glasses and stuff go on there because it's terrible vision insurance.
Yeah, she was great with the body. The eyes go
so
in
bad.
trouble.
So all of that's on the care credit card, and we're paying about $250 a month on that, and that'll be done very soon. I think it'll be just a couple months, but I was thinking we just pay that off, and then just pay the $250 a month on this
It's like,
instead.
You just have so many holes. It's like, what do you want to try to throw some money in? Do you want to, I don't know, a little bit here, and then the hole's still there. Yeah, I guess pay off. I would pay it off, right? That seems like the right call.
Yeah, I mean, you guys need to make room for this expense, and it kind of just fits right perfectly, almost. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's something that's been every month for a while, and it's almost done. So
yeah. So
that makes sense.
We need the government. Tell the government to study like mechanical eyes, so I don't have to keep paying for this.
Ooh, bionic eyes. That's surely that's coming, right? Or those cool contacts from like Minority Report, maybe.
Oh, that would be the best.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, cool. So we kind of figured that part out. So it looks like that 252 was the 15-year at 8.9%.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, I think honestly, I mean, obviously the numbers make sense, the lower interest rate, but shorter payoff period, and you're going to save money on interest in the long run. So it seems like a no-brainer to me for the 15-year loan. So did they give you guys any kind of window of time where you have to make a decision or anything like that?
No, I just talked to him today on the phone. And so I said I'd talk to my husband and we'll make a decision. And he didn't say anything. The first place just sent me a thing saying, if you don't answer by the time it'll expire or something like that. And I'm like, geez.
Hopefully.
They try to hard sell you with the limited time window, like, the offer is only good. And to some extent, like when you buy a house, there is some of that, where you lock in the rate, and they could go up or they could go down. So, I mean, more than likely the rate, once you lock it in, it'll be good to go. But yeah, don't be feel pressured to make a decision, like especially when that big and
Well,
long term.
I liked that they said there was an option to pay the contractor, or there's an option to pay us, and then we'd pay the contractor. I said, well, how soon would we get the money in our account if we did that way? And they said, same day. I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, that is an option.
What's the option?
They'd give us the money, and then we'd pay the contractor.
That seems like a great option and a terrible option.
It wouldn't go like in our regular checking account.
Well, I don't know if I'd be here the next day after we did that. Going to Mexico,
25K. Oh man.
No, I don't know. That's it. Do you think that's a good option? As long as we separate the funds, right? We put it in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to big projects like that, sometimes it is better to have and pay the contractor directly. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle of that, then yeah, I mean, you can just have the contract. I mean, as long as you trust the contractor, because there are situations where contractors will kind of stiff you sometimes. So, but generally, when they're working with like a financing, like they're usually pretty solid. It sounds like you got pretty good vibes from the pool company. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much. But as far as which path, I don't know if I trust Rob at this point, but to handle that, no. But yeah, I think either or is fine. But yeah, me personally, I would probably rather just have them go directly to the contractor. But
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we have access to that much. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did want to ask and follow up on I know you guys. Last time we talked about the AC, the AC unit.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you guys figure out, or did you come up with any rebates?
Let it burn.
Well, I want to redo it because I think that it'll save us money in the long run by making our energy bill go down. I don't know if that's true in the summer, but they said it would really help in the winter because of the new heat pump. And I'm worried that if we don't do it, we're just going to be paying extra every single month, and it wouldn't make sense.
Well, here's my suggestion on that. Let's just wait till the winter. Probably cheaper to get AC done in the winter. And if it craps out in the summer, we're screwed anyways.
I don't know.
Well, so the other part, did you guys look into the financing of that as far as how much? Because I mean, that's going to cut into your budget, and you're going to have to find that money somewhere, right? So, did you guys look?
Yeah.
I think last time we said 9,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it's about 10 grand.
Well, that's okay. So I did look into it. That was 8,700, and the financing that they offered was like 12 point something % interest. Ooh. And then so I called the company directly because that was through our home warranty. When I called the company directly, they said they can't do that price unless we use the home warranties financing. They'd have to raise it, but they'd give us 0 APR for 3 years. They'd raise it to 12,000 though, and then give us 0 APR for 3 years. So I don't know.
That's tough because basically they're saying, we're going to charge you more money, but we're not going to charge you interest, and that's usually how they get you. They kind of sneak in the higher total debt. Now, did you ask about the prepayment penalty on that one?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, because sometimes those promotional things, they don't allow you to do without some type of prepayment penalty because, like I said, they're trying to get their money, as any way they can. So, but yeah, that would be something I would maybe ask about, because if you're able to do a 0%, that would be nice. And then if the payment is reasonable and you can pay it off early, then it might make sense to go ahead and lock in the 0%. Just because, like you said, this is feels like it's a ticking time bomb, and like you guys are expecting it to go out. So with that kind of context, it makes more sense to go ahead and.
Well, I'm not technically really expecting it to go out. That's just what that guy said.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's got like that predatory loan. So how much do I trust him?
He wasn't that. No. His loan, that was the guy from the company, from Service One.
Yeah.
And the loan that had the 12 whatever was from our home warranty.
Yeah, the warranty people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm following you. But the guys that came out here were talking to us about the AC. They're like, you really need to fix it. Probably save all this. I mean, is that true? Do we know anything about ACs? Do we get a second opinion?
Do you want to get a second
Yes, because I want to know if that guy is full of BS.
That's actually a good idea. I mean, you did that with the pools, so why not do that for the HVAC? You know, or
That's
the
true.
AC unit.
We just relied on the home warranty too much, I think. Is that we were like, oh, we trust them, and probably a bad idea.
Well, they weren't the home warranty people. They were just sent
But
out
they were
by
sent
our
out.
home warranty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just trust them to send out the best people.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because that's just contracted out by the company. So, all right. Yeah. So I guess that would be the homework for you guys now is to research the AC stuff. Because like I think the last when we talked about it, and obviously it could be a sales pitch, but like the idea of your guys' utility bills is so high that it could offset that. So basically, if it's $9,000, $10,000 loan, that could be maybe 150 to, depending on the terms, just like with the pool loan. So there may be some way to kind of make it manageable monthly payment, as long as as long as you have it in your budget. And then if it's going to save you guys in the long run, then it might make more sense to just go ahead and bite the bullet and do it. But that is, we're talking about $35K of debts, so but you guys don't have any other major debts, right? Like as far just the mortgage and like your cars, right?
Yeah,
that's
it.
That's all.
Okay, then you guys are actually much better off than most. I think Jack wants in. He wants to be a part of this again. But all right, so what do you guys? I mean, what do you guys your general feeling for the HVAC? Like, do you guys think, are you kind of neutral right now, or are you thinking, just gonna?
I'm let it burn. Let it burn. Let's take care of the pool, and I'll throw up some fans and open the windows.
I am like, let's get it done. I don't want another massively high.
Here's the thing. So it's not going to be running once broken. So we're going to save money there.
Oh.
And then
but
we're gonna have to pay the full amount whether it breaks in the middle of the summer or not. We're paying that full amount. We'll just have to really get a loan really quickly. That's a wheel and deal. But
you can see we disagree on this. I think we should get it done.
I'm more of, hey, let's not put on a giant boulder. Let's put a couple big boulders on.
We're gonna need to do that boulder anyway.
Yeah, but it's still on the hill. It's teetering, but it's right there on the hill. And we don't even know it's teetering. We had a hillbilly go up there and check.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple other hillbillies come and check it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Okay, and then
right there.
And then we're going to get it changed. So,
yeah. My analogy, hopefully that works.
See, there you go. We figured out a middle ground, and
this is the nicest argument we've ever had, Joe. I'm calling you up when we're in one.
Yeah, once the recording is over, we're gonna
you can see the microaggressions right there.
Oh goodness! All right, well, like I said, this is a tense. Like you are talking about big numbers here, and you guys are trying to do your due diligence. So, but it is stressful adding more debt to your your debt load.
It's scary
because our zero debt
scary, man. It really is
going up to not zero,
joke,
but
it's like I'm scared of doing that much. In all honesty.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. Because like you said last time, you're like, well, what if I lose my job? And then now you're on the
hook worried about that
for this loan, and that's a fair and valid concern. So that's where I think we haven't really had a chance to really dive into the nitty gritty of your numbers, like your actual monthly spend. But like, since we've started this, have you guys started to get a feel for like the ins and outs, like, your outgoing versus your incoming?
I I think I want to kind of see because we started kind of in the middle of February and now we're in the middle of March, and so
Yeah.
I kind of want to see like when we get to the end of March, like what it looks like there, because this is. I mean, there's been a couple big things, but this has almost got like a normal month.
This is standard minus what else? What was a big thing that it was just
It
a
was
car?
just a car, right?
And then I had to do my inspection this month too.
I mean, so did I, but those are like
That was a lot. My oil change cost a lot.
Your oil change was expensive.
It was like 150 something,
which is crazy. But I feel like, yeah, I mean, this just it seems like about a normal-ish month.
We do have a birthday coming up though, so I'm sure there'll be some spending on that.
Yeah, but I've already bought the tickets. I've already bought the hotel room.
Okay.
The only thing would be like the stuff on the actual day, like the food. We're going to the Stars game and then taking a couple of her friends and going. Oh, but I'll be paying for dinner that night with a couple of her friends.
So that'll be
$100 million.
Well, I mean, that is something that you guys can also do, like the preemptive, like if you know birthdays are going to happen, so just like with the Christmas spending, you could maybe just merge that or increase it to, instead of just Christmas spending, it could be like gift spending.
That's a good idea.
That's smart. Yeah, I like that.
So that way, yeah, like you said, you're gonna have Christmases, your birthday presents, and just random things, anniversaries. So yeah, I mean, $50 a month or whatever you guys can bump it up to would help out, when those expenses come up. So
I think it should just be standard procedure, right? You have an expense, just sign it, and then start saving for it.
Like, why wouldn't we think of that before? Why didn't we think of that before?
Well, because a lot of times all these spinning plates, you're just kind of you're reacting a lot of times, and you don't even feel like you can get proactive. So it's a really kind of a mindset shift in a lot of ways that we're not really programmed to do. You know what I mean? Like most of us, when we get our first jobs, we're not really thinking ahead like that, so it does take some foresight and some planning, but once you get it automatic, then like I said, your future selves are going to be like, thank you guys for doing that, but yeah, so that's what I guess that would be my challenge to you guys, is to have a good number of like your if you have a surplus. So like like maybe for the month of February, like, all right, we spent this amount and then we had this amount come in, so we had a surplus of $500 or whatever, so that way you can kind of start tracking and seeing like if there's any more wiggle room in your budget, because you might actually be better off than you think. You're just kind of like, you're still in that reactive mindset. So yeah, that would be my challenge for you guys, is to just is to really work on your outgoing and incoming, and maybe start to track that, and then we can talk about like, okay,
we made a lot more than I thought. I thought it was a lot less of that.
We made that much, but then this is when you got your bonus, and so that's why the numbers were kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it says that we were super duper under budget, but we were not. I mean, I guess including the.
It felt good to see it say that for once.
I know it's green. It's not red.
What a concept! What a number!
I know. What is that like?
Number in the green, yeah. Oh man. So that's some homework for you guys. You're gonna do some quotes for the HVAC. You're gonna, I guess, have to make the final decision on the pool stuff. We've already set up some automatic savings goals, and let's see what else we talked about.
I did have a question on the pool. Should we wait to see what happens with like the stock market and stuff? Because it seems like a bad time to like make this decision, or no?
Well, like some people would say that you want to lock in. Well, that's the thing. The estimates now, and that's what I would be curious to see on the contract or whatever they put out there. Like, is this 25K firm, or is it adjustable based on market rates? So that's where I would have to do some research and maybe figure it out.
Let's put that on there.
Yeah. So like if it's a firm number, because I think, if I remember correctly, they do kind of have to like itemize everything and then honor that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Like I said, I'll have to do some research on that. Because I get what you mean. Like, what if the market tanks and then, you know, there's so many unknowns in that respect. But
yeah, and that's what's so scary because like I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's like I don't think anybody does. These economists are like, I don't know. I was like, oh,
just like, oh, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
But you guys are doing the right thing. You're doing your homework. You're doing
Yeah.
your research, and you know, now you're kind of like digging through your finances.
Hey, what was it? Hold on. What was it? Depending on what? Adjustable
So
on the market
was it
rate?
firm or adjustable depending on the?
I just want to make sure I get the notes right when I ask the person.
Yeah. Basically, is the goods the raw goods or raw materials, is that like a fixed number or is that
Oh, fixed
variable?
material. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. What if wood goes up?
Oh, do you mean like the pool people?
Yeah, the pool people.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
The pool people's not fixed. It's depending on materials. He did say that when he was here.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember that.
So we should get it soon then?
Well, materials are high right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you're trying to time the market, and that's kind of tricky to do. Like, you know, I think you know, the price is going to end up being the price. You know, like there's only so much if they're not going to have any kind of like solid number, that like guaranteed number, then yeah, you are going to be at the mercy of the markets to an extent. And that's just the, you know, that's just the economic reality that we're in right now.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, you're doing your research, you're doing your due diligence, and you know, like that's what you know, you guys are doing it right. So all right, well, let's see, let's recap. We got groceries more than expected.
Yes.
But you guys are trying to figure out how to make that go down, right? And then we got the unexpected car expense, but now we have the car maintenance fund in motion. We got the pool. We're looking at around 252 for a 15-year at 8.9%. We're going to research the HVAC. Get some
Yeah, we'll
different.
get another guy out here. We'll have a
Yeah.
couple guys take a look at it.
Yeah, I would say at least 3 quotes would get a good, you know, you get a good number and a good consistent, like, okay, all right, this is what they're saying. So
And I'm gonna do some research on AC. So if he says something, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna go deep.
There you go, deep dive.
And just outdoor units though. That's it. Just outdoor units.
And then yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna work on some I guess income outgoing. You know, get a good a good number of like how much extra do you have at the end of the month, and then we can kind of start budgeting a little bit from that. You know, so yeah, so that's. And then maybe like if you guys still are interested, we I know last time we talked about maybe talking about some retirement saving or investing.
Yes. We
So
really want to talk about that.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are you know, they want to know about that stuff too. So we can do a whole session on that probably. But yeah. So how do you guys feel? You feel, you know, any better, worse, neutral?
I'm better now that I know a little bit more about the loans. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I was scared about it because it seemed really high, but I'm gonna try to wheel and deal a little bit. You know, see what happens there. Maybe I get laughed at. Maybe I don't. But and then
Should I try to email or should I just have Robbie talk to somebody?
let me talk to him in person. I do my best work in person.
Because you can't get mad.
Well, Janice seems like a sweet.
It's not Janice. It's not Janice. This guy's name was DJ.
I already don't like him. His name's DJ.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel better about it though. The AC though, I don't know about that thing.
Well, we'll get some more estimates and see if it even needs replacing. Like maybe it doesn't. Maybe that guy was just trying to.
Yeah. It could just need a good solid tune up or some maintenance and get it up to running, you know, the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, but they did say that we use the old kind of refrigerant or whatever it is on it in it, and we don't have a heat pump we have some coils or something like that. So we have like an old one. I don't know. So
Let's see what the other guy says.
all right.
Yeah.
Or lady. I'm not trying to be sexist.
The person I talked to on the phone was a lady.
Okay. There you go. Equal opportunity there. All right. Well, I think we got a lot of good stuff covered. Did I ask about your guys' net worth? Did you guys do that one yet?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, you had it on the thing. It's like 100. What were we, like 125? Some solid.
Not. I mean, the net worth is like
all our stuff, right?
With. Well, let's see.
Like the debts minus, or the the assets minus the debts.
Yeah.
I don't have like our house and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was just curious if you guys had done the numbers, and yeah, we can talk about that offline.
Let me put that
I
on.
thought you put it on there. Oh, my bad. I was pretty excited when I saw the number. Whatever number she showed me, I was like, that's really nice. That looks awesome.
Yeah, and that's where like doing the net worth exercise can be good. It can give you a sense of like, oh, well, actually, we're not so bad off, or and it's not a true indicator of like financial success or anything like that. It's just a snapshot in time. It just shows you where you are, and then then you can kind of work towards going up, or hopefully going up. Instead of now technically your net worth will go down when you add some more of this debt, but
yes,
it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it. So yeah. So we're actually running low on time. Any last minute things you wanted from me? Any like homework for me or questions?
Can you maybe send me like a way to? I don't really know much about how to figure out our net worth, and like maybe
and
like
I have no clue.
A
so my financial advisor has no clue.
Net worth worksheet or something like that. And,
I just want to thank you again for doing this for us, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Truly, that's awesome.
Yeah. And like I said, you guys are helping out other people by sharing your situation, and hopefully, it gets out there that like this is the reality, and this is how we can kind of figure out different ways to overcome some things. And yeah, once again, I appreciate you guys, and thank you MBR for putting this platform together. And that's pretty much it for the show. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody who was watching either now or in the not too distant future. So I appreciate it, and we will catch you guys on the next stream.
All right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.